Hi, today I'm using a value cut meat. I'm using a beef cheek, something unique I found at the store. So I'm going to give it a shot and see what it tastes like. Basically, beef cheeks are a highly used muscle, so to me that means it's going to be less tender, sort of like a chuck roast, some type of pot roast stuff, so you won't cook it like a steak. So I basically opened up the package to see what it looks like. Just open it up and let it drain. I have a little towel here. Put this away. So it's interesting. Beef cheek. It's off the cheek of a cow. Cow does a lot of jawing and eating. So it's very tough. I imagine it would be very tough. I want to try to keep it simple and not do a lot of trimming, but I might have to trim off some of this silver skin here. So I'll go do that. And after that, I'll salt and pepper and let it sit for a while. So let's try trimming off some of this stuff. So you see some membranes from probably the cheek, the sinews from the cow chewing the cud. I think what I'll do is I'll use a crock pot and braise, and I'll probably throw this in just to add more, keep the flavor going. So I'm basically going to try to trim off all this, as much membrane as possible. I should just cook it as is and see how it turns out, just to keep it simple. But now I've gone down. I'll probably try to trim half and then leave the other half alone, see if it makes a difference. So unfurled, looks like it's in 3 segments. Looks like some fat and membrane here. You can see that there's a lot of fibers here, or it's finely grained meat fibers. So I think what I'll do is just go ahead and salt and keep it simple and not trim it up as much as I would usually do. About 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. So I'm going to just salt heavily, work it in, and I'll do that to the other side. And then I'll add pepper. And usually what I'd like to do after I salt meat is to either let it sit overnight or at least like 3 to 4 hours minimum. So as you can tell, I'm probably used 1 tablespoon kosher salt, and then I'll just hit it up with black pepper. My plan is to cook it like a pot roast. So that's done. Put it in a Ziploc and put it in the fridge for at least 4 hours. Just enough for the salt to penetrate and flavor the meat. Alright, see y'all in 4 hours. Alright, the beef cheeks have been in the refrigerator salting and being seasoned for 4 hours. And I'm going to cook it in the pressure cooker. What I'm going to use is a coarsely chopped small onion, 1 rib of celery, two green onions that I coarsely chop, and I had a refrigerator. I had a half a green bell pepper. I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic. And for dry ingredients, I have about a half a teaspoon of dried parsley. If you have fresh, you could use that. And salt to taste. I'm using bone broth. It's unsalted, so I'll use salt. And I have powdered beef bouillon. I'll probably use a tablespoon and a half, teaspoon and a half. Correction, teaspoon and a half. And 1 bouillon cube is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. So basically, this is going to be very simple. I'm gonna just throw everything into the pressure cooker pot. Beef cheeks. Then throw in, it doesn't matter what order. Usually with the parsley, I like to give it a little smash to crumble it up a little. Dump that in. Trying to keep this recipe simple, simple, simple. And once I figure out how to use cook the beef cheeks, then I could do something different. Just tossing everything in. Just take a pinch of salt, maybe a pinch and a half. I don't eat potatoes, but I'll use chopped up radishes as my veggies. And again, beef cheeks, since they're tough cut of meat, they require some wet cooking, a braise. So this is 1 quart of bone broth that I had. Just dump everything in. And here's a this is a half a tablespoon, which is 1.5 teaspoons. There's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So I'll just sprinkle it in. And I'll give it a stir and then throw it on to the Instant Pot. 90 minutes at high pressure. Alright, setting the Instant Pot. Pressure cook. It's on high and 90 minutes. 91. So close enough. And it should kick on. Alright, here's the beef cheeks after 90 minutes in the Instant Pot, and I also had it in the stay warm mode for about 45 minutes. So here's the beef cheeks. I'm slowly pulling it out. You can tell it's very soft. One thing about highly used mussels with a lot of collagen, they typically end up very soft and tender. And I imagine it would be a little gelatinous, but I'll have to try it. So I'm just pulling out the beef and leaving the veggies behind if I can. Probably let it cool off a little, but here's how it looks. So here's the meat out of the Instant Pot. One thing I tried to do and then I changed my mind was to trim all the little tendons or the white skin and extra fat. My theory is that with some of these cuts, when it's better or easier to cook and trim, it's better or easier to cook after you trim it, because that way, as I'm doing here, you could just pull it off versus trying to slice it off when it's in the raw state. But I'm gonna give it a quick taste. This is a little bit of tendon. It's a very tender, gelatinous, has a unctuous, fatty mouth feel to it. Let's try another piece. I don't know if you can see, but it's very soft and moist. Different from, say, a rump roast or any type of roast from the aft end of the cow. Has a good flavor. Even though I didn't put cloves in it, it tastes like there is some cloves. I think it's just the celery and onion. But I'll let this cool off and then I'll cut it up and plate it. Alright, I've allowed the beef cheeks to cool about 5 minutes, so it's cool to the touch. I'll see how I could separate this out. So here's some of the fatty tendons and silver skin. This is, if you remember, on the back side, there's a tendon there, the silver skin. But one thing, like I said, it's when it's cooked, you could use the fat to moisten the beef cheeks and then just slide it off and then trim it up. Probably on the big stuff, you could probably cut it off easier. It's very tender and unctuous. Let's go for a bigger piece. See if I could peel anything off. Here's a little silver skin, some fat. And let's give it a shot here. As you can see, it shreds very easily, but you could feel the unctuousness. Here's a little collagen that's been softened, so the pressure cooker does really well on that. So here's another hunk of meat. Again, little onion. I think what you could do with this also is you could fry it up a little and sort of like taco meat, because that's what some taco meat is, using cabeza, which is I think that means head or face. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember now. But it's very moist pot roast. Let's see what else I have in here. That's just fat. Probably could pick through that a little more. Here's another piece. So, nope, that's just fat also. So, pressure cooker. Kept it simple, doing a braise. Got the meat here and peeled off any of that other stuff, fat and silver skin, which turned out to be pretty soft anyway. Alright, here's my finished plate. Here's the vegetables. Here's the beef cheeks. I sauteed a little red bell pepper and onions and topped it with green onions to add a little freshness to the dish. And then since this is very unctuous, I've added green salad with a vinaigrette. The vinegar will help offset some of the moistness and the unctuousness of the beef cheeks. Let's give it a try. Beef cheeks are very tender. So are the vegetables. Has a, like I said, unctuousness, a smooth mouthfeel. It's very good.